What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with a brand new episode of the Madden 24 St. Louis Sentinels Franchise. That is right, welcome back. Hey, today is a big game. I know that you probably don't know why it's a big game yet, but do not worry, I'm going to tell you why it's a big game. So if I click on this handy dandy view playoff picture button, you see where I'm going with this, you will see that the St. Louis Sentinels have snuck into the playoffs as the 7th seed. That is right. Against all odds, whatever it takes, somehow, some way we are in here. Man, the NFC must be bad. That's all I got to say about that. But if the regular season ended today, which obviously it doesn't, we would still have more St. Louis Sentinels football. So we are currently the 7th seed, which means these remaining, what do we have, 4 games left, 3 games? These remaining games on the schedule, every single game is super, super important. So as of right now, we would play the Carolina Panthers. They are the 2 seed. Dallas is the 1 seed. We got Green Bay and Philly at the 3 and the 6. And then covered up by my ugly mug, we have the San Francisco 49ers at 4 and the Atlanta Falcons at 5. And then over on the AFC, surprise to freaking prize, it's the Kansas City Chiefs as the 1 seed, the Baltimore Ravens as the 2, Oakland, or rather Las Vegas at 7, Buffalo Bills at 3, Broncos at 6, which that's definitely not going to happen in real life, and then Jags and Steelers at 4 and 5. I got to take a quick look at this NFC standings because if we're the 7th seed, dang, the NFC must suck. So we are 6 and 7, right on the heels of our NFC East division rivals, the Eagles. They are 7 and 6. So if we win this game, they lose their game. I think that we split the season series, so we could actually be moving up in the playoffs. But looking at the NFC, it does look rather terrible. I mean, you got 2, 3, and 10 teams. The Rams, who we're taking on today at 4 and 9. Several other 4 and 9 teams, and a bunch of 5 and 8 teams. But with that being said, though, if we drop these next couple of games, some of these other teams win their next couple of games, we could be out of the playoffs by that, just like that. So we got a really good shot to make it, but we control our own destiny, and we got to start winning. Taking on the Rams this week, who do not look to be very good. They're kind of surprising in real life, actually. They're 3 and 3. As I record this right now. I don't think anybody thought that would be the case, but if you guys are fired up for some St. Louis Sentinels football and a final playoff push, please like the video, consider subscribing if you're not subscribed, share it with your friends, and real quick public service announcement, I will not make this long, but I was accepted into the YouTube partnership program, so thank you guys so much for all the support. I'm now eligible for the basic level of monetization, so I can't get paid on ad revenue or anything like that, but still, it's a huge step for me. I have a full-time job, 2 kids, and I'm trying to make YouTube my full-time job so I can deliver you guys A+ content on the daily. So if you feel so inclined, I now have access to use the super thanks feature located right down there by the comments. If you choose to use that feature, you're able to make a donation and leave a super comment. Hey, no worries if you never use it. It's totally fine. But if you're ever feeling so inclined, any and all donations to that will go towards equipment. And right now I'm in the process of not soundproofing, but acoustically treating my office here with foam. And let me tell you what, that foam ain't cheap. So thank you guys so much. Very happy to continue this YouTube journey. And it's all thanks to you guys and your support. So much appreciated. But enough of that. On to some football here. Looks like the Rams are only really good at passing the ball. Nothing really too else. And I think that we're going to start out we'll defend the medium pass. I could see Matthew Stafford trying to be a surgeon in the pocket and pick us apart in the middle of the field. And they are very good at defending the pass. Kind of surprised with Aaron Donald on the defensive front here that they don't have more sacks. But as far as our game plan, we're going to start throw at medium as well. We could change if we start getting a bunch of sacks in the backfield. If Aaron Donald starts tearing us up, that could easily change. But we'll start with that. And you may also see now I unlock the final 2 focus players. So we now have all 6 slots available. I think that's the best route to go when you're unlocking those things on the coaching tree. Get that out of the way first and then focus on some of the other stuff. And you can see that we added Jamin Davis and Jahan Dotson, 2 young star development players, into those slots. Taking on the Rams here, and of course they're not really good. Matthew Stafford obviously under center, and then Stetson Bennett, the GOAT, the 25-year-old rookie. 2 Georgia Bulldogs, one much older than the other. Cam Akers still here, of course. In real life, he is now with the Minnesota Vikings, but that took place after I started my franchise. And Kyron Williams, you got to figure when the next update comes out, he will be much higher than a 65 overall. He has taken over that running back spot in LA. Wide receivers, Cooper Kupp, he's going to be a problem. Jamal Agnew, shout out to Austin Armadillo's franchise. He was a big part of that team. And then Van Jefferson, of course, now with the Falcons, but he's still here. And old Puka Nacua, got to figure he'll be higher when an upgrade comes, or when an update comes along as well. Tyler Higbee, Davis Allen, the rookie tight ends. Offensive line, not really that good aside from Rob Havenstein. They got Joseph Noteboom as the left tackle. Left guard, they got Steve Avila. Nobody too special. Brian Allen, the center. Right guard, David Edwards. He's okay, I guess. And then best player there is Rob Havenstein, surely, by far. Boogie Basham, the left end, pretty good player. And then Aaron Donald, the game wrecker. Got to be uber mindful of him. He could have a 4 or 5 sack performance today, and I would not be surprised at all. Bobby Brown, Daquan Jones, the defensive tackles. Linebackers, they got a couple of rookies, O'Shawn Mathis and Byron Young on the left side. The Mikes, they got Ernest Williams and Damian Wilson. Again, nobody too special. Quan Alexander, he's old. Michael Hoyt, he's weird looking. And then corners too. I mean, Akello Witherspoon, Kobe Durant. Shout out to Kobe Durant, 2 NBA Hall of Famers. Rest in peace to Kobe. Robert Rochelle, Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson. I mean, no real weapons. Logan Ryan's good, but he's old as well. And then Jordan Fuller is okay. He's an Ohio State Buckeye, so that's cool. Chris Boswell kicking the ball, and I guess they have Matt Ariza on the team, which he's not on the team in real life, but he's here in Madden. So, you know, a winnable game, yes, but again, every game is super important as we are a playoff team. I didn't think I would be saying that, but here I am saying that in week 15. As of right now, we are a playoff team. Couple upgrades here, just Cole Turner, our 3rd string tight end. We'll let the CPU take care of him. But there's nothing else to do other than to dive into the action, guys. So we are going to be in SoFi Stadium, so away from home, taking on a beatable Rams team. We're actually higher overall than them. When's the last time we saw that? Most teams are a higher overall than us. And aside from Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald, they don't really got too many weapons. So need to make it 2 in a row. We just came off an impressive win against the Dolphins. Now let's go take care of business in SoFi Stadium. So without further ado, let's get down to LA and SoFi Stadium and get ready for the game. Gonna get to see the Sentinels offense here in beautiful SoFi Stadium. Looks like it is a fine day. Mother Nature has gifted us with a good one here. And, you know, hey, we played really good against the Dolphins. Offensive especially. Sam Howell kind of shut me up. He played great in that last game. I mean, by Sam Howell terms, you can see that he is still leading the league in interceptions, which is never good. He has 22. But he also leads the league in pass yards, and he leads the league in passing touchdowns. So how do you argue with that? I argue with it every single episode. I sit here and yell at my computer screen, yell to an inanimate object, an AI-generated thing, which is Sam Howell. So I argue with it all the time. Antonio Gibson going to get the initial handoff here, and he is brought down there by William Golston, the 11-year pro out of Michigan State. He is going to shut that thing down for no gain. I'm confident the way our defense played in that last game against Miami, that they can play good in this one as well. We're going to check it down to Antonio Gibson, and it looked like the defender there kind of got tangled up on a route because Antonio Gibson was pretty much wide open on the outside. Third and extremely manageable. We're going to put Terry on an out route. Kind of want to streak him, but I think teams are starting to key in on that with us. Oh, it's Terry. So open. Very nice route there. Terry making a man miss. Okay. Terry picks up the first down. I think teams must be reading the scouting report on us, because if you guys recall, earlier in the season, I was streaking Terry and bombing deep passes to him, and it worked to perfection. That one game, he had over 330 yards receiving. But it just seems like these last couple of weeks that's been a little more difficult to get going. So teams must be keying in on that. But as I say that, I mean, how do I turn this down? I mean, I think Terry can get open on the seam there pretty quick. We're going to test it. And no, just going to check it down to Robinson. Can you make a man miss? Robinson really isn't the juking type. He's more of a power back. And we actually lose one on that play. Okay, we're behind the sticks here, but nothing that we can't handle. 2nd and 11, coming out shotgun. Let's see who wants to get. We're going to check it down to Robinson again. I'm doing this a lot. And he's going the wrong way, Rob. What in the actual heck is Robinson doing? That was a loss of 12? Is that even possible? That was actually going to be a pickup of 1 or 2. And we checked it down to Robinson, and for some reason, he just decides that he wants to go the other way towards the other team's end zone, and that is going to put us in a 3rd and forever. Brian, my mans, what are you doing? Coach suggestion wants us to go gun verticals. So yeah, we're going to go gun verticals. I like the fact that Mike linebacker showed blitz, because Terry kind of eats on this route from time to time. Not going to eat on that one. Jahan Dotson, though, brought his dinner plate and his napkin, and he is hungry. He said, serve me up a healthy dose of 23 yards, and that was a big chain mover. Brian Robinson might be cut off after that last debauchery of negative 12 yards. That was very dangerous territory. Luckily, Jahan Dotson decided to bring his cape and his lunch pail to work today, because he was able to pick that thing up. All right, Gibson, your brother Brian Robinson did something very foolish on the last play, so we're going to rely on you. You're only able to pick up 2, so not too much better, but basic math tells me that a pickup of 2 is much better than a pickup of negative 12. That much is for sure. So, Brian, no, you're blocking. No more backfield routes from you. That is no longer an option, and we're going to try Jahan Dotson again, but Sam throws it out of bounds, which he does on the regular. Now it's 3rd and 8. Going to have to try to pick up a tough 3rd and 8 here. Let's see, are they in zone or man? They actually are in zone. Okay, so maybe Jahan Dotson or somebody can find the soft spot in the zone coverage, which, nope, not happening there. It's Logan Ryan. I think I had Jahan Dotson, but I needed to throw that thing about 3 seconds sooner, because he was open for a slight moment. I'll show you where my eyes went. I think that I just was scared to pull the trigger. Logan Ryan's a crafty veteran. He's been doing this for a long time. We all know that. But Jahan Dotson was open for, well, I can't even show you the replay, so just screw it. Just know that he was open. Stafford going to start out single back, going to be a play fake to Cam Akers, and we could have a pick of our own. Wow. I thought that Cam Curl might have a chance at it, but no. Instead, it's going to be Kyron Williams, the running back, catching it for a gain of 27. So that is definitely not how I thought that this game was going to start. Not how I game planned it to start. Of course, you never game plan for a game to start with a pick. And there is the receiver there catching it. Actually, Cam Akers, running back. And Rams are on the 7 in 2 plays. Okay, well, that escalated very quickly, quicker than I would have liked it to. Now we got to have a bend but don't break type of mentality. We'll see what Stafford does here, where he wants to go. He is going to have a wide open Jamal Agnew, but Jamal Agnew did step out of bounds. So they're still going to have 2 yards to go. And they're coming out 0 wide receivers, so you know I'm going 60 out Jacks blitz. That's what I do in these situations. We got Cody Barton back, finally. Shout out to Cody. And Jamie Collins. We'll see where Stafford goes. It's going to be shut down by Chase Young. Cam Akers couldn't get the push from his offensive line. What do we do in this situation? I mean, we're going to dial up pressure. We're definitely going to dial up pressure. Got to watch Cooper Kupp and Jamal Agnew on the left side here. Going to be a give to Akers, and Derek Forrest shuts it down. Cody Barton does the cleanup work. But let's see what Sean McVay does here. From the 1 yard line, it's 4th down, and they are going to go for it. Wow. Okay, so I mean, I don't disagree with it. I mean, I kind of like the call. We're gonna send pressure again, though. We got to be mindful of the Cam Akers run, which it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a catch and a completion there to Van Jefferson. So well played, Sean McVay. That's a gutsy call, but I like it. I might have called something different, but at the end of the day, I'm not Sean McVay. Sean McVay dialed up a good play. He wants to sit by the bay, eat some hay, maybe make things out of clay. He just may. And now Chris Boswell going to nail the PAT. Of course he will. 7-0 Rams, just like that. Screen shaking now. Home team gains bonus momentum on defensive stops. So they're probably going to get a lot of those with Aaron Donald and company there. That time Byron Young, the rookie linebacker, was able to stop Brian Robinson for no gain. So Brian is kind of having a tough day at the office here a little bit. Of course, when you lose 12 yards on a play, that's going to happen. 2nd and 10. We're going to come out play action, and we are... Nope, I hit the wrong button. I know you guys don't believe me, but you have to. I meant to go to Jahan Dotson, and by mistake, I went to Curtis Samuel. So now Curtis Samuel needs to run a drag. Brian Robinson is going to run... we'll put him on a wheel, I suppose, but a big 3rd and 10. Somebody's going to have to get open here, and that somebody is going to be nobody because Sam Howell's throwing out of the sack. Aaron Donald gets to us, and I just really didn't like anything that was taking place downfield. Well, this first quarter is not shaping up to be a very good one. I do not like what I am seeing from myself or my cohorts here. Let's get back to business, shall we? Guessing pass, shading over top. Stafford coming out of the shotgun, of course, and he is going to find a wide open Jamal Agnew, who ran a nice curl route and was able to move the chains on just one pass. All right, D, where you at? Jamie Collins and Cody Barton both on the field, so it's going to be a dump off to Akers. Nice move by Akers. Nobody can get him. He's making everybody and their mother miss. Finally wrapped down after a gain of 9, but that's going to make it 2nd and inches, and that may take us to the end of the first. We'll see if Stafford snaps this. He probably will, but he does not have to, and he will. He will snap it. Deron Payne coming after him, and there's the pressure. About 3 Sentinels got in there. Montez Sweat gets credit for half a sack, but I know Deron Payne was also in there as well. And I think somebody else, possibly Jonathan Allen. And time of possession, though, that's not a stat that is displayed on there. But if it was, it would be all LA for sure. I mean, we've just had 2 pretty terrible drives here, but now we're guessing. Now we're going to guess pass. Now we're going to shade inside, and just please, let's get him off the field. I see Cooper Kupp open, but it's going to be Jartavius Martin, who has so many sacks for a backup free safety. That's got to be his 4th, I want to say. Maybe his 3rd, but he's a backup free safety, the rookie star development player, and he has a lot of sacks, lots of pressure in the backfield, and he's just playing great. So shout out to Jartavius Martin. We force the Rams to punt. That's going to be a good one, but it's going to go out of bounds at the 11. And now Sam Howell and myself just got to turn this thing around. 1st and 10, we'll come out shotgun. Little mesh concept here. See who wants to go ahead and get open. Think it's Logan Thomas. Nice adjustment. Wasn't really the greatest pass by Sam Howell, but it gets the job done. Logan is able to pick up 9 on that play. Let's get Brian Robinson back. They're going to challenge it. Okay, that's actually might be a good challenge. I didn't know. I was unsure if Logan Thomas actually caught that. It was led too far, and that one is probably coming back. Just from what I see, there's 1 foot, 2 foot. Yep, that is going to be an incomplete pass, which it is. So now that turns a 2nd and 1 to a 2nd and 10, so that kind of sucks. Not happy about that. Who wants to get open? I think it's Diami Brown. It is Diami Brown. And a stiff arm, too. Be careful. Don't want Ernest Jones to punch that thing out. But nice catch and run by Diami. And we're able to turn a negative situation into a positive situation. which I'm all about being positive, and I hope that you guys are too. Shout out to all my positive people out there. Negativity is not good. What am I talking about? I sound like a gosh dang motivational speaker. It's 1st and 10, and let's pick this up. Please, no one's guarding Logan Thomas. There we go. Logan Thomas just got upended there by Jordan Fuller, the safety, but it doesn't matter. It was a nice catch and completion, and now we're very close to midfield. Let's go screen pass to Robinson, kind of try to calm this. Oh, God, we have Aaron Donald. Oh, man, but we got the pass off. Yes, and Brian with room to run, too. Oh, my God, Aaron Donald. That's like the Seahawks and the Rams game. Aaron Donald was coming after Geno Smith in real life, this is. And you hear Geno just say, oh, my God. That's exactly what happened on that play, too. I mean, Aaron Donald was there. I mean, as soon as the snap is off, he is there. But we had the wherewithal to call a screen pass, which was the best possible call in that situation. We get the ball off in time, and it's a nice pickup there by B-Rab. Now we'll run it out of the eye, but I'm going to flip the play because I do not want anything to do with running it Aaron Donald's way, so hopefully that proves to be a good decision. Brian gets the outside. He has some speed. He's getting chased down there by the defender, Logan Ryan. Now Ricky Stromberg is injured, but Brian Robinson was able to kick that thing to the outside, and that is easily his best run of the afternoon. We'll come out shotgun here. Going to be looking for maybe Terry on this corner route, possibly, which I actually like it. There's Terry. He catches it in the back of the end zone. The St. Louis Savior, yes. Now, are they going to review that one? That one was close too, but I think he got it right there in the corner of the end zone. Beautifully led ball by Sam Howell. You don't get to say that too often.
Come on, man.
Oh, we do get a booth review. Wow, okay, so
previous play.
Already got one overturned. Hopefully, this one I think is good though. Maybe Akello Witherspoon did push him out. There's 1, 2. That one's clean. Almost tackled the ref too. She had to get up out of the way. But that one should stand as a Sentinels touchdown, which it looks like it will. Good, very good. Ricky Stromberg, he's going to come back in. That's fine, but that was a great answer by us. We really needed that. Hadn't really done too much on offense prior to that, and now we knot the score up 7-7. So Sam 1-1 on his touchdown to interception ratio. He does have 23 interceptions now, which is easily top in the league, but the touchdowns are there too. Like I said, man, Sam is a freaking freak of nature. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen anybody have stats like he has. But it's 1st and 10 here. Got to be mindful of Cooper Kupp because he will be in the zone. And then who else besides Jonathan Allen there to meet Cam Akers in the backfield? No gain, they say. But Jonathan Allen has been doing that all season long. That's where he has made his bread and butter. So now we're going to dial up a little nickel blitz here. See if we could possibly get to Stafford. It's going to be Cooper Kupp. Oh, we tried to dive to make a pick. Kendall Fuller was there to get him, but not until the damage was done. Stafford, a perfect 8 for 8 for 104 yards. Another big one here. Stafford coming out shotgun with 4 wide receivers and Cam Akers to his left. So it's going to be a screen. Oh, and he just threw it off of the helmet of Daron Payne there. I don't know what he was doing, or maybe even Joseph Noteboom. I don't know. That was a screen, but it was not dialed up beautifully at all. And Sean McVay is going to go for it again. Wow, 4th and 4? I mean, I guess you're kind of in no man's land, I guess, but still seems like a very ballsy call. We'll see if it pays off, and of course it's going to pay off. Jamal Agnew, how many times are we going to call his name? I love Jamal Agnew from his time with the Austin Armadillos in my previous Cupcake Relocation Franchise series, but he's got 70 yards here, and it's not even halftime. So Stafford coming out single back. Ball on the 17. Had a chance at Akers, and he's going to score. Oh, my God, he gets it all the way to the 1. We had a chance to stop Akers in the backfield, and I kind of wish the way that Cam Akers is running that he was in Minnesota right now. 0 wide receiver set here. Give me a fullback dive or something like that. Let Jamie Collins stuff it. It is a full. No, it's not. It's not. Get to Stafford. Oh, the pressure was there. Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne almost got home. Play action from the 1-yard line. And they're going 0 again. So, okay, that's cool. I mean, you want to play that game? We'll go 60 out jack splits again. Why not? We'll see what Stafford does here. Going to be a toss play. And look at that. Williams was there to get him. James Smith Williams was there, or Quincy Williams. I'm sorry. Sorry, Quincy. My apologies. We haven't called your name since about week 2, so I kind of forgot that you were on this team. You haven't been doing anything, but Quincy Williams does get him. And now another 3rd and goal. Can we limit the Rams to a field goal? That is the question. Where's Stafford going to go? He's just going to go to a cameraman. Yippee! Cameramen cannot catch touchdowns, if you guys didn't know that. Now it's 4th and goal. Chris Boswell should be true. It's a chip shot, gimme field goal, but a win for our defense nonetheless. Also, there's no win here in SoFi because we are in a dome. But yeah, we had him on the 1-yard line. We moved him backwards. They went the wrong direction. Settling for 3 is not the worst thing in the world. How about B-Rob closing in on a 1,000-yard season? That's good to see. Has found the end zone 9 times as well. His season started out a little rocky, I'm not going to lie. And he's kind of turned it around. And he's proven to be our, true running back #1, to the point that I probably won't look for running back in the draft. We'll see if he can get something going on this counter. I mean, he did push the pile forward a little bit, but there was just too many Rams there from jump. Come out gun here on 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 25. About 3 minutes to go until halftime. So would really like to pick this up. And I see Jahan Dotson. Please get the ball there. Diving and catching. We got some close catches here. That one was close as well. Didn't know if Jahan got his feet down when he made that diving catch, but it appears, at least for now, that he does, unless they challenge it, and they won't challenge this one, so very good. Terry might have single coverage. We will see what that one deep safety does. We are going to give Terry a shot. Terry, I need you to maul somebody! And that was actually almost intercepted by Kobe Durant, so got to be a little careful there. And now they got us in a big 3rd and 10, so we really don't want to squander this opportunity. Our defense played really great. Might have Terry McLaurin on this in route. Possibly we're going to put Brian Robinson on an out as well. And just see who wants to get open. Who wants to get open? It's Jahan. It's Jahan! He hangs on to the catch. I went through. He was about my 3rd progression on that one. I'm not going to lie. He was about my 3rd progression. I went to him at the last minute. Proved to be true. And we're going to let this thing go to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning here in SoFi. It's 10-7, but your St. Louis Sentinels are knocking. Rams do get the ball back after halftime too, so I am in no rush to really get to the end zone. We got to be tactical about this, got to be strategic about this. So let's go screen pass to Brian Robinson, see if he can do the same thing that he did earlier. He did get a couple good blocks there, and he's just not really good with that juke. That is more up Antonio Gibson's alley, not so much Brian Robinson. So probably with Brian, we're going to want to try to truck individuals, truck foes, if you will. And now we're going to go draw play to Robinson. Give me a couple good blocks. We got him. Okay, B-Rob doing exactly what we pay him to do. Now at 4 for 28, and he picks up the 1st down. A minute to go here, guys. Really want to score, so let's be smart about this. Make something good happen. Well, that is not anything good at all, as we are going to be sacked there, and it's a loss of 11. That's about the last thing I wanted to happen. Now, we are still in field goal range, so it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm okay tying this thing up and going into the locker room 10-10, but we probably should get a few more yards here. We're going to audible actually to Brian Robinson on the inside zone. Still got all 3 timeouts, so I'm not too worried about using them. Let's see what B-Rob can do, trying to cut back, and we just couldn't get around the defender. And I think we're going to go ahead and call timeout here. I actually probably shouldn't have called that timeout now that I think about it with 21 seconds, because we're probably going to get a field goal here, but we got to get some more yards. So let's do just that. There's Curtis Samuel, and he drops it. Wow. He drops it. Very interesting indeed. Yeah, I shouldn't have called that timeout. 50-yarder for Joey Sly. We're going to go ahead and do it. No win here in SoFi, so I'm going to be quiet right now. That should be a good kick, which right down the middle of the crossbar. So, I mean, okay, 10-10. We got essentially a 0 ball game here, but remember, Sentinels are kind of a second half collapse team. I hate to say it. I hate to admit it. I've been trying to fool myself into thinking that that wasn't the case, but they kind of are. So if we don't come out with some high defensive intensity and we let the Rams score, could be a long one. And we got pass interference on a Hail Mary attempt, didn't we?
Pass interference. Defense.
Actually, probably shouldn't have called that timeout. Now that I think about it, with 21 seconds.
That is crazy. I mean, look, that happened to us a couple weeks ago. They're just going to take the field goal. That sucks. Got to watch the fake here. That really sucks. That happened to us a few weeks ago, so I guess I can't be too mad. But I hate that, man. I wish there was just a button you could press or a setting you could set on those Hail Mary attempts that just said, don't do pass interference. Just don't. It's not possible to happen. Because now we just gifted the Rams with 3 free points. I wasn't even commentating. They just chucked a Hail Mary deep into the end zone. Stafford did. And it was a pass interference on us. So that's unfortunate. A lot of work to do here. Defense going to need to come out of the locker room strong, because I really don't want to drop to the terrible, here in Madden, LA Rams. Now the St. Louis Sentinels defense are going to have their hands full, because if the Rams score now, it's a 2-score ball game, and we really don't want that. We need to channel some of that defensive energy that they had against the Miami Dolphins. That would just be lovely. Stafford going to go to who else? Jamal Agnew. Second coming of Tyreek Hill out here. Stafford playing great. Only 3 incompletions. Gets a big one to Agnew down the field there. We'll pinch the line here on 1st and 10. Ball is on the 46-yard line. Got to watch Akers there, of course. Cooper Kupp he's going to Kupp. He's going to Kupp. And that's a pick from Jartavius Martin. Has a sack and a pick in this game. Wow. Oh, man, did we need that. Jartavius Martin, the rookie, he is playing great. The rookie out of Illinois. Sacks, tackles, interception. He was one-on-one with Cooper Kupp on an island with Cooper Kupp, and he just played it beautifully. It was a bit underthrown by Stafford, and now we have a great opportunity that we cannot waste and we cannot squander. So we need to really find the end zone here. Not even really a field goal. I don't want a field goal. I want to find the end zone here. Let's ID up this guy as the Mike. We got Antonio Gibson. Might have a big hole there on the left side. We'll see if he does, and we did, but Aaron Donald, the game wrecker, was there to stop us pretty much instantly. Not really how you want to start a drive. Loss of 2. We'll come out single back here. Going to be a little play action. Would love to hit McLaurin, which I think that we will. Diving catch. And Terry has played very good in this game here. He's been a little bit quiet these past couple weeks. We're coming out shotgun here. Might have McLaurin on this little crosser if it gets open, which I think that it actually will. Terry, oh my God, that was almost picked by Akello Witherspoon. It was a good pass. Terry just couldn't hang on to it. 3rd and 12. Let's find a way to pick this up, please. I think it's Jahan again. Jahan Dotson caught it. He's going. He's going. He's gone. Jahan Dotson's played great. We touched past that one, led him beautifully into the end zone. Terry was my first read, by the way, not Dotson. But Jahan Dotson, hey, we made him a focus player in the weekly strategy, and now he's just balling out like he's got something to prove. That was all set up by Jartavius Martin's interception, and we pay it off with some points. Jahan Dotson catches it and has a nice run after catch into the end zone. And now we go up 17-13. So we dodge a bullet. The Rams were kind of moving prior to that Jartavius Martin pick. That was a huge momentum swing, and now we are up by 4. Need our defense to show up big again for a second straight time. We'll try man coverage here. Worked to perfection last time. Jartavius Martin's on Kupp again, and oh, he almost had it. Wow, okay. Limits Kupp to a gain of 1. Is Jartavius Martin just going to be a lockdown defender? Do we move him to corner? I don't necessarily think so, but man, oh man, he is most definitely playing great. So 3rd and 3 here. Can our defense come up huge for a second straight time? Wow, that was Martin again. Oh man, had a chance for back-to-back picks. They were going to Jamal Agnew on that one. Jartavius Martin read it beautifully, and he really had a chance. And this would have been a pick six too. I mean, this would have been a house call. Almost one hand intercepted it and broke up the pass from Agnew. So far in this game, Jartavius Martin has been our MVP. He is playing lights out. He's playing lockdown coverage. He's getting in the backfield, and he's doing everything that you would expect a high draft pick rookie to do. So Jahan Dotson, I just stuttered there. That was very strange. Terry's in single coverage again, but do we test it? That's the question. I'm not 100% sure. No, I think it's Logan. Logan Thomas diving catch, but he can't get it. That would have been big. We really would have needed that. Now it's 2nd and 10 here. 6.5 to go until the end of the third. So hopefully Curtis Samuel open on a slant. Haven't called his name too much after that big performance last week and the week prior. He has emerged as our true wide receiver number 2. 3rd in the league in receiving yards coming into this game. You know what? Let's streak Samuel. I like the idea of doing that. We're coming out play action, seeing who wants to get open here. I think it's Terry. There's Terry. Terry having a great game. He is upended there, but not until the damage was done, taking it all the way to the 38. So it's very good to see that Terry getting involved again. 4 for 73. As you guys know, he does lead the league in, oh man, the devil is tempting me on this one because Terry is getting pressed, and I don't see how we don't at least give him a shot here. It's got to be Terry, right? It's got to be Terry, right? There we go. That's the Terry that we know and love. Oh man, I am pumped up. Got to watch my blood pressure. My doctor told me I need to watch that and keep that down, but how do you keep your blood pressure down when you got a dynamic player like Terry who gets you all hot and bothered and fired up? Man, oh man, I audibled that. That was a run play to Antonio Gibson, but he was getting pressed. And we know that Terry beats press for a living. Quite the third quarter start for the Sentinels, I would say, wouldn't you? Going to be a quick check down to Cam Akers. We're going to limit him to 3. But what was I saying at halftime? The Sentinels are a second half collapse team. I know we still got a lot of football left to go, but they are not collapsing in this one. They are setting the tone. We are leaving our mark. We are making Stafford and Sean McVay sweat a little bit. Going to be a give to Akers, and then Jonathan Allen and Cody Barton were there to meet him for no gain. So now our defense is starting to come alive here, and they're coming alive at the exact right time that you would want a defense to come alive. It's, up by 11. Third quarter, clock is starting to tick down a little bit. Stafford going to come out empty here on 3rd and 7, and he's going to go to Cooper Kupp, and Kupp is just too fast in the slot position there. He's able to move the chains. Ball's on the 45 here. Stafford going to come out empty again, so he's got receivers spread out in all directions, and look at Daron Payne. Just came off of a 3-sack performance the other week, adding another one to that total. And I'll tell you what, man, I was kind of convinced in my mind that I was going to use Daron Payne to try to trade up in the draft because his cap hit is just going to be astronomical next year and then even more the year prior. But he's making a strong case for me to keep him on this team. I mean, he definitely leads our team in sacks right now, and I just don't know, if the production continues. How do you get rid of a guy like that? There's Cam Akers finding the soft spot in the middle, able to pick up a nice gain. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 9. Where's our defense at? They've been here all game, and that's going to be Kendall Fuller. Interception number 2 for Stafford, and Fuller is still going. Noteboom's trying to catch him. He's not going to be able to. And look at the defense from the St. Louis Sentinels. Man, oh man. We are dead last. That is right. Number 32 in terms of total defense. That's yards, though, by the way. But our defense has been showing up. Jartavius Martin has a pick. Kendall Fuller has a pick. We're about to go up 31-13. So the opposite of what we typically see the Sens do. See what Sean McVay dials up here. Nothing's really working for him right now. They're going to go ahead and send Akers in motion and flip the play. So hopefully, oh my God, Jamal Agnew is just so open. Derek Forrest and Emmanuel Forbes were able to corral him before he housed it, but that was a great chunk play that the Rams really needed. It is 2nd and 8. A minute and a half to go here until the fourth. Stafford coming out, play action, and oh my God, Cam Curl was trying to get involved in the action. He sees his buds out there, Fuller and Martin, making plays, and he's like, I want some of that action, man. Come on now. Almost got it there, but he was able to at least swat the ball away. So I can definitely live with that. What's Stafford going to do? It's Cup. Yep, his secret weapon, Cup, and Cup might actually house this thing, and he will. So that's definitely not what I wanted to happen, but it was only a matter of time. I'm pretty sure Cup lined up in that slot receiver position where he is just so deadly. He hit him on the little crosser route. Cup housed it, and that puts a little bit more pressure on us now. Terry is back in single coverage, but not getting pressed, so I don't really know if we test that. We'll just kind of see what develops on this one. And, oh, Logan Thomas is wide open, but we couldn't touch pass it. This is not really a position that we want to be in. Let's put Terry on a drag, or actually, no. Let's put Terry on a slant. I think I like that even better. We'll see what these linebackers do. And I need Brian Robinson to block so I can get a little bit of time. I don't like anything to do with this. That's tough, and now we're going to give the ball back to the Rams, who are slowly starting to gain momentum. All right, cannot get complacent here, boys. We've played a very good ball game, but still a lot of time to go, so we have to make sure that we're doing. Cam Curl does get in on the action. Oh, man, the hat trick on interceptions. Not from Cam Curl, but just from a team in general. Curl's got one, Martin's got one, Fuller's got one. But I knew Cam Curl was hungry. It's a 2-score game, and if we can find the end zone here on this drive, I can safely and confidently say that's going to be ball game. Yardage is evenly matched, but for the first time in maybe history, we are winning the turnover battle. And that has been the story today. Matthew Stafford throwing errant interceptions is the reason why we're up. So 1st and 10, let's start this drive off good, please. Gonna go to Jahan Dotson, who has had an amazing game. He'll pick up 7. Sam Howell closing in on 300 yards. What else is new? Big 3rd and 5 here. Really want to cash this thing in with some points. Antonio Gibson has it, and he hangs on. You know, Antonio Gibson's up for a contract too, and if we extend him, it'll be a little expensive for a backup running back, but you cannot deny his presence and his ability in the passing game. He's not really the best runner. I mean, in real life, he's okay. I mean, he's solid. He's fine. But he was a wide receiver in Memphis, and you cannot discount what he's been able to do for us in the passing game, so that is something to think about. 1st and 10 here. We'll see. We're going to... Oh, God, I wanted to give Terry a shot. That's Aaron Donald's first sack, and it comes at a pretty big time for the Rams. Right now, I'm definitely in kill clock mode because it is a 2-score game, but we want to go ahead and score and ice this thing. So, Terry, can you get it? He does. Terry having himself a game. Love to see it. And now we are on cruise control. We can just take our foot off the gas here, let Brian Robinson do some work. Hopefully, he tries to cut it back. He does. Robinson's still going. Okay. Able to pick up the 1st down, and that will bring us to 1st and goal from the 5. All right, B-Rob, let's punch this in, my man. Oh, big hole, but who else? Aaron Donald was right there to shed his block, and now Sam Cosmi goes down, so that's not really what you want to see if you are a Sentinels fan, which... hoping that you guys are. I know I am. Definitely a fan of the St. Louis Sentinels. So 2nd and goal, but a field goal is not the end of the world here. It would still keep it as a 2-score game, but, man, we're just getting pressure now in the backfield. What do you do in this situation? I mean, if we kick a field goal, it's a 2-score game regardless. Now, if we don't kick a field goal, it could be... We'll kick the field goal. I mean... if we didn't kick the field goal, they could get a field goal and then score a 2-point conversion and tie it, whereas now they need 2 touchdowns. So I guess that is kind of the logic I was looking at. So I think it's the right move, and now defense just needs to buckle down and get us the heck out of SoFi Stadium. What does Stafford have up his sleeve? probably a pick if I'm going by what the history of this game has shown me. He's probably got a pick up his sleeve. And I will certainly take 4 picks from this St. Louis Sentinels defense any day of the week. Just going to check it down to Akers. He's met there by Benjamin St. Juste for only a gain of 5. And Rams have to go tempo here. They have to hurry it up. They don't have time to dilly-dally around, so they need to get something going soon. Cody Barton actually had a chance on that ball. We're kind of stuck in our dime coverage here too, which isn't really a bad thing necessarily, but oh, come on. That is Cam Curl all day. Ooh, I thought Van Jefferson caught that and was about to house that thing. I mean, I don't see a world that we can lose this game, but stranger things have happened, so we have to just play this as if it were, you know, a one-score game or as if the Rams had the lead. We got to be aggressive. Time is ticking, but Stafford is also moving. Cam Akers is gas back there too, might I add. Pressure coming, and Jonathan Allen gets to Stafford. That might be game right there. Don't know if the Rams can really recover from that. Jonathan Allen hasn't had too many sacks this year, lots of TFLs. So nice to see him get in the backfield for the Ron Jeremy.
Groovy!
Does Stafford have a miracle? Sure, he's going to be looking for Cooper Kupp or somebody, which he is, but it's triple coverage. That's ball game. We prevented it. How about that? Only allowing 7 points after halftime. I mentioned that the Saints were a second half collapse team. They didn't collapse in this one, and shout out to our secondary. Jartavius Martin, Kendall Fuller, Cameron Curl, all making key plays, and the defense as a whole should probably get the game ball for this one. 34-20 as we come out in our kneel formation, and boy, oh boy, did we need that one. Holding the Rams to 20 points is good. I know Stafford had a lot of yards. Sean McVay gonna throw his cup. Don't litter in SoFi, man. That's you know, you're above that, Sean. Come on, someone's got to clean that up. But Rams are gonna have to clean up their offensive woes as Stafford throws 3 picks. And our defense played a heck of a game. So let's check out the stats here. Sam Howell, I mean, are you guys even surprised at this point? 357 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. So his touchdown interception ratio will improve. Completions, I mean, that's actually better for Sam Howell. Normally he's sub 60, flirting with the 40s. Stafford played great as well in terms of yardage, but those picks really did him in. Brian Robinson, I mean, kind of started to get it going there at the end. 4.1 yards per carry is okay, I guess. Cam Akers never really got it going. Gibson didn't either. Receiving, Cooper Kupp was the leader. No, Jamal Agnew led the Rams, Kupp behind him. But look at Terry, 129 through the air on 6 receptions, 2 touchdowns. So good to see him creep closer to the touchdown leader for receivers. And then also Jahan Dotson. He also came to play too, 5 catches for 102 yards. This is what won us the game though. 3 picks, 1 for the Rams, but all of our secondary too. So Kendall Fuller and Jartavius Martin, who that might be Martin's first pick. I think Emmanuel Forbes might have one, but that might be Martin's first pick. Deron Payne gets a sack. Martin gets a sack. He's the MVP, 100%. Allen gets a sack. Only 1 sack, too, for Aaron Donald. So he was a game wrecker. He definitely shut down the run, I would say. But he could have been much more dangerous in the passing game. And we kind of limited him with this sorry offensive line that we have. So this is going to there's a playoff push, guys. There is a playoff push. If you didn't know, we're talking about playoffs. What? Playoffs?
Playoffs?
We're talking about playoffs? Yes, we're talking about playoffs. Upgrade for Jartavius Martin. Yes, please. He definitely earned it. And let's go. We'll go zone. I want to keep him as a scheme fit. That's almost guaranteed to get his overall up +1. I kind of wanted to go hybrid because that would have got his man coverage up, but we'll go ahead and take the upgrade to get him to a 76. We do have 1 new injury, so that kind of stinks, but we're back to 500, I just saw. So it is going to be Sam Cosmi out 5 weeks with broken ribs. That's not good because our offensive line is pretty suspect as it is. And we lose one of our best players who's a 76 overall. But we do go back to 500, and don't look now, boys and girls. If the Eagles lose this game, we could be in second place in the division. I'm just saying, who would have thunk it? But that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.